Pandora, the towering leader of the Maidens of Madara, sat at her desk in the common room of her safe house alone. She milled about a few scrolls and books by soft candlelight. As she did, however, a chill ran down her neck. Her warrior senses tingled. Someone was in this room. She sat up straight, hand going to her longsword propped up by her desk, and she listened intently. She got up and crept to the center of the room, sword ready, making not a sound. Suddenly, she slashed the air behind her with 2 quick slices, and a voice yelped, "Please, Madara, it is I, Araga." Pandora dropped her sword to her side and groaned. "Circanos, I cannot believe you would sneak in here with your invisibility spell." Before her, Araga Circanos, leader of the Magi of Usamagaras, appears, wringing his hands and shaking. I did not mean to startle you, fair Pandora. What do you want, Circanos? If my maidens even so much as thought you were here... I know. I have news, though. News that I must share with you, and you alone, Pandora. She placed her sword back near her desk and crossed her arms, though interested in the man before her. What news, Circanos? But yeah, so this hallway is, unlike the others, fairly dank and dusty.
Dank souls.
This corridor has been painted. The walls are stone, but it's been painted black with tiny white stars to resemble the night sky. The door that he just closed he closes it behind him, and you see that it is made of iron, and it has a star carved into it. But the door on the opposite side, also just made of like bland stone, but it has also been painted. Everything in this room has been painted with stars on it.
Well, I guess we're going to that door.
Have you guys lit a torch now?
I have.
Well, now.
Yeah.
Oh, and real quick, sorry, audience, about your spells, Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do this on air, so people will be in the know of what's up. So, what are your spells right now? I know one of them is shapeshift, one of them is the armor thing, and one is the balance thing. Is that correct?
That's all 3 of them.
Okay. So the balance thing doesn't really fit into this system.
Sounds good.
So if you wanted to just change that to like a regular healing spell, or I think that Gabriel's like most iconic spell from Silver Rock is the ice dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, you want the ice dagger?
Fuck yeah.
Okay,
I'll try not to kill myself with it this time.
It'll act very much like it did in Silver Rock. You'll send it out and it'll explode for 2d6 cold damage.
All right.
In a zone, because that's what it did. Or let's do 2d4 since it's an AoE.
How about 2d8?
Stupid.
All right, cool. I got it.
So then you have that. You have shape-shifting and then the armor thing.
Yep, bark skin. We can get rid of that too if you want. There was something else that I kind of had an idea for.
Yeah, what's that?
So that one doesn't really fit either for me, and I apologize because I kind of made those up on the fly the first time around.
Yeah.
Not that it really affected anything, but since I am from the frozen north, it makes sense that I should have like a water manipulation or maybe like a frostbite type deal.
The water bender.
I had a spell last game. It's a druid spell called Frostbite. Range is 60 feet. You cause numbing frost to form on one creature that you can see.
So just
target make
good.
Yeah, target makes a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they take 1d6 cold damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure.
Cool.
It'll still be just like you make a roll. Because this is for the audience and for you two as well.
That sounds like a trumpet.
You're gonna like break a hole in your bathtub.
Yeah. In this system, the game master never rolls any dice. The only dice that we are supposed to roll is like chance dice or something like that. I never make a roll for the enemy unless it's a damage die. So you'll still make the roll as just, like a wisdom roll or something like that. But yeah, so you have Ice Dagger. You can send it out and it explodes, and you have Frostbite.
Yep.
And still your Shapeshift, because that makes sense.
White Wolf, man.
Yeah.
I know that's a Witcher reference, but I didn't make it for a Witcher reference.
And you have, I should reiterate, you have 3 slots to cast spells. Or 4, actually. It's 1 plus your level.
And Shapeshift lasts 2 hours a day?
We split the difference to 1.
1, that's right.
Yeah. And how about we say that your Shapeshift takes up 2 slots?
Cool.
It lasts for an hour. It gives you bonuses that I'll make up on the fly and stuff and all that sort of jazz.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, perfect.
Leafy boy, you want to do your spells too? Oh.
Bitch!
Oh, man, so mean. So mean.
It's out of love.
So, yeah. Do you guys open the door at the end of the hallway?
As always, very cautiously.
Yeah, so it's a stone door. You pull it open. And before you is a hallway that isn't very long, but it ends in another door very similar to yours. However, on the right side of the hall, directly inside this hallway, is a row of 8 buttons. Each of the buttons has a different symbol. And looking up, actually, above the door that you just opened, you see one of those symbols marked there. You see a symbol that looks like a really weird 9.
I feel like we've been here.
Yeah, you have. You actually came across this, and what had happened was you pressed one of the buttons and nothing happened. You pressed the button of the...
we pressed the button that was over the other door.
Yeah, you pressed the button that was over the other door. It was the backwards 5 with a weird sort of symbol above it. Nothing happened, and so you just left.
I get it now. I so got this. All right, I find that 5 button and I press it.
Okay. Do you both step into the room first and close the door behind you? Like, what do you do?
I'm following Gabriel's lead because I don't know what the fuck he's talking.
Yeah. We do that.
Okay, yeah, so you step in, the door closes behind you, you press that backwards 5 button, like the same button that you pressed the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you press that, and you feel the floor beneath you begin to move. You're kind of like pushed up against the left wall as the hallway begins to turn, and as it turns, you see the doors on either side of the hallway disappear, and at the end is just straight stone. It turns until another door appears on each end, but it goes past that, and then it goes a little bit longer, and then 2 more doors appear at each end, or a door appears at each end, and then it stops and rests.
What symbol is above the door?
So you walk out, you look up, and it is the backwards 5.
Leaf, you see how this works now?
No.
The keypad, it corresponds to whichever symbol we're at. All right, so I pressed the backwards 5 with the little tilde over it. All right, and it would spot us out right here. We've been in this hallway. Do you recognize it?
Yeah, it looks vaguely familiar, but I'm gonna spit on the wall to make sure I'm looking here.
Yeah, so this hallway is rather dusty, a couple cobwebs at the top, but you do see a dead beetle. One of the beetles that Jesse Wolf or that Gabriel Wolf ripped apart. Its body is still laying sort of against the wall.
Yeah, and from here, Leaf, we can just backtrack. I feel like I remember the way. You're more of a tracker, so you might have it a little bit better in your mind.
Follow me!
All right.
So you walk down it's just a hallway. You get to the end of it. It turns right. And then you keep going, and you remember that this is where the secret door to the
beehive.
Yeah, not the beehive. No, the storeroom for the Magi was.
Yeah.
The shelf had fallen over into the room, but you see evidence of a lot of people had moved around here, and you assume that it was placed back. You remember where the secret door was. You can go back into it if you want to, but it has been closed. The hallway continues, and it ends after a turn, it ends in the stairway that leads you back up to Tier 2.
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a reason for us to go in that storeroom.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All right, so up we go.
Yeah, so you continue on. Let me roll some dice real quick.
Roll those dice.
Dude, you really are stupid gassy.
I know.
I want that sound every time you roll a dice.
I'll put it on my soundboard. So you open the door. The stairs are before you. You walk up.
Yep.
I can't stop. Oh my god!
Can't stop, won't stop.
So you climb up the stairs. You walk through the door at the top, and now you are back to Tier 2. The hallway goes forwards and to your right. You don't remember which way.
Ugh. All right, Leaf. Let's put our brains together real quick and do a little powwow. Force his head into my head.
When I flip a coin.
What? No. We're gonna try to remember which way. I think it was. What do you think?
You cut out for me.
You did.
I was saying that I think it was forward that we came from, but I don't remember exactly.
Brain blast! Yeah, it was forward.
All right. Should we flip a coin just to be sure?
Yeah.
I don't have a coin with me.
Here, I can roll a coin.
It was heads.
So 1 is forward, 2 is right.
Forward.
I rolled a 1. 1 for forward. The
The
coin
gods have
lands on
chosen.
heads. So yeah, you go forward just a few feet, and you realize that it turns right.
Shocker.
So you turn right. The hallway ends in a door. Leaf, you recognize a very similar sensation. When you had walked past the secret door to the storeroom, you had noticed sort of a scuttling sound because the door was thinner. Here, though, you notice sort of a buzzing sound because a wall is thinner, and it's on the left side of the hallway.
Okay, Gabriel, I hear a bzzz on the left side of the hallway.
Like a bee sound?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would imagine a bzzz, like, unless it's a real loud. I mean, it could be a beetle, too. They can buzz.
They can buzz. All right. Is there like a stone or something we can press? Let's start feeling this wall. Touch it up. We're going to feel it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm feeling all up on this wall.
Me too.
Consensually.
So the wall is made of stone, like the other ones. This corridor actually has torch sconces, but there's no torches in any of them. Feeling along the stones near the area that Leaf senses the door, nothing happens. You don't feel any stones that push in.
All right. Is there a little torch scone that's right?
Yeah. There's one near the hidden doorway.
I'm gonna set the torch in it.
Nothing happens.
Fuck! I really hope something would. All right. I'm out of ideas.
I'm just gonna keep running into the wall with my entire body.
Make me a strength roll, please.
Okay.
Rolls a 1. The wall kills you.
7.
That's a success. Do I break through the wall but break my shin or something?
It's a partial success. So what were you trying to do? That's really what
I was trying to get through the wall.
Okay, so you do that. That happens.
So I break through the wall with my body. I'm not punched. I'm literally running and just splashing my body against.
So what? Let me roll something here.
It's a stone wall too.
So
You'd be better off slapping a wet rag onto it.
Okay.
That was the damage die. You're now dead.
So, Leaf, you just slam into this secret door that you have found, but you don't know how to open.
Okay.
The door itself is like the size of a very narrow but tall door. The ceiling in here is 10 feet. The door itself reaches up to like 7. You slam your body into it. And the door is supposed to like detach itself from the sides and bottom, and then you can kind of like push it on a pulley to like slide it in, and you can like slide yourself in, and the door falls back into place. You hit it hard enough to where it detaches from the bottom and the sides, but you fall because you didn't hit it hard enough that you would go through it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the door is attached at the top.
Okay.
And it locks in on the sides and the bottoms. Some mechanism unlocks it from the sides and the bottoms, and you can push it in, go around it, and then it falls back into place.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a curtain, but stone.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you. You hit it hard enough to dislodge it from the lock, but not hard enough to go through it. So you fall sort of on your face. And the thing kind of gets stuck on your shoulder blades. You're not hurt. It's a little jarring, though. Looking up into this, past the door, the room is so tiny. 10 feet by 10 feet. You can't imagine it's any bigger than that. And inside the room, you see 7 bird-like creatures with long beaks that look like tubes. A faint glitter catches your eye from the center of the room as the bird-like creatures fly around the room. What do you do? And also, Gabriel, what do you do?
Wait, what catches my eye?
Like a glittering in the center of the room on the floor.
Ooh, shiny.
I pull the bow off my back and just kind of make ready. I've never seen creatures like this, so they're kind of...
Oh, no, you don't see the creatures. All you see is Gabriel, or is Leaf's legs hanging out from beneath this wall, this curtain of stone.
Never mind, I don't even pull the bow out. I just kind of go over there and start tapping. Like, hey, buddy. Hey, you okay?
So they're like little pterodactyls?
They look more... Yeah, sure.
And it's a tall room that they're flying all above?
Yeah, the ceiling you think is like 20, 30 feet.
But overall, it's not a big room.
Right.
Okay. How many are there? How many do I see?
A quick count gets you 7.
All right, I'm going to sprint for the shiny thing.
Well, you're kind of trapped right now. But I will say that if you just try to like reach out and grab the stuff, you can grab it really quick.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right, make me a dexterity check then.
I got you.
Because you have to sort of reach out and grab... Oh, a 10. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the reason that this is so difficult is because you have to reach out with your hand, grab the stuff, while keeping the door from falling back into place and locking. But you managed to do that very well. You basically hook your foot under the curtain, and are you leaving immediately as soon as you grab that shiny stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just sort of like swipe your arm in the middle of the room.
Wait, because there's nothing else in the room.
Right.
Okay, it's just 4 walls with nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab the shit and dip.
Yeah, so you do that. You pull off this fairly amazing feat with your feet, because your feet prop up the door from falling back into place as you grab whatever shiny thing is in here, and you dip back underneath the curtain back into the hallway where Gabriel is just sort of like, what the fuck? And in your hand is 4 gemstones.
Fire gemstones that can be attached to swords and weaponry.
I will say the 4 of them are red with sort of a golden streaking through all of them, but you do not think that they are enchantment gems.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm a pocket these things. I'm gonna be like, look, Gabriel, ha ha ha, look what I got, and
And then you're gonna
pocket them.
okay.
Oh no! My binder fell.
What was the buzzing that was in there? Was it the bee people?
Don't worry about it.
The bee people! They're back from the dead. Hold on.
Okay.
We good.
And no gorms in there at all?
No gorms. Just there were just birds. There were just big birds.
Okay, all right. I'm not familiar too much with these birds. We don't have many in the frozen north. It's a little cold, you know.
They were like pterodactyls.
What is a pterodactyl?
A big bird.
A big bird. Okay. I will take your word for it on the bird.
Okay. Okay, so
yeah,
moving on.
You are you're laying on the floor. You're showing off the gems that you just found to Gabriel. You stand up when the door that you were about to walk through opens up, and a member of Gorm, 2 members of Gorm, are standing before you, and they become very startled, and they pull their swords out very quickly. What do you do?
Whoa, it's cool. And I take the brooch off of my necklace, hold it up. Just
Okay.
showing the symbol. It's cool, Canadius. I know him. We're really good friends. All right, look, just chill.
See why these Gorm people are so aggressive? You see why I don't fuck with them?
Hey, chill out.
And they exchange words really quickly between themselves. Hey, shit, I didn't. Hey, you must be Leaf and Gabriel.
Who's
Yes.
asking?
Canadius is. He sent us looking for you.
Well, good to take us to him.
Okay. Well, what are you 2 doing up here?
I don't know. Have you ever heard of a pterodactyl? How do you say that, Leaf?
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, one of those.
It's spelled really funny.
I've never heard of that. Leaf, are you wearing the silver ring?
Yes.
Okay.
Bad idea.
So this Gorm guy, he says, no, never heard of a pterodactyl. Hey. He pokes his friend. What you wearing a ring of Usmagaris for?
Because we're chill, and they asked us to come here to speak to you about this meeting we're all having. We're not looking for trouble. We're just, we're civilized and trying to figure out how to defeat Zargon. I'm pretty sure you know he's a common enemy. And if you attack me, you're starting war, and we will never defeat Zargon, bitch.
Holy shit, how do I respond to that?
It's best to just nod, Mr. Sir. Look, your god is the god of justice. We've done nothing wrong here. My friend is in allegiance with the Uchiha clan over here.
You don't even watch Naruto.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, shit.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah, we've done nothing wrong. He's a friend of those Usumagara people. I'm a friend of Gorm and Canadius. We real bros. We go way back. We've kicked a few back. So we're trying to make peace here. Not doing anything wrong. No reason to seek out justice here. Just take us to Canadius, please.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna figure something out, and I'm gonna roll something.
Sounds good.
God, why are they so barbaric? Jesus.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the 2 of them, they look at each other, and they continue through the door and close the door behind them. And the one who was talking to you already, he kind of walks up to you, Gabriel. You know, we here in the Brotherhood of Gorm, we don't much care for people lying to us. So you tell me, and you tell me right this time, why is this
elf wearing a ring of Usumagaras?
Well, he did not find it, if that's what you're saying, if that's what you're asking. He was given it, all right? And I'm telling you the truth. We are here under peaceful terms. No reason to be bad.
Brutes.
And the guy turns around and he looks to his companion and he says,
Do you think Canadians would be too happy if one of these two showed up wearing a ring of Usumagaras?
and the guy says, what does the guy say? What does the guy say? Let me roll. Oh, that's cocked. Okay. This guy says,
Well, hey, man, I know you got some problems with the Magi and shit, but Canadius asked us to find these two and bring it back to him, so I think we should bring it back. I know you've got your problems, but let's just bring it back.
the first guy, he says,
Nah, I don't think I will.
and he turns back to the two of you, and he says,
Either he takes that ring off, or I take it off for him.
Look,
I'm gonna get right up to his face and be like, "Oh, my dead fucking body."
all right. I'm getting in between y'all, doing the full arm's length thing. Like, sir, what is your title?
I'm a brother of Gorm.
And I'm the arbiter of my people. That means I decide what happens. Right? See this bow on my back? That's called the Judicator. All right. Now your god is the god of justice. This bow will be its vengeance. Do not do anything fucking stupid.
Stand down.
oh shit, roll me a charisma with an extra +2.
Oh shit.
Because that was a good line.
That's gonna be a big
You're
bonus.
about to get a 2.
Oh, a 13. Yeah.
Actually, I lied. That's a 12. I have +1, not +2.
Okay,
Either way.
still, that's good. So this dude, he puts his hands up, and he looks a little sheepish. And he says,
Fine, come on, take it to Canadius.
and he kind of like puts his head between his shoulders and stuff, and he like just marches off real fast. And he opens the door, and you realize that it's the door that you two first came into the pyramid here, where you fought the fire beetles. And the second guy says,
Oh, don't mind him. He's just had a lot of run-ins with the Magi. Don't want to get
That's
too... Yeah. Come on.
It sounds like he started it.
Yeah, I mean, look, Leaf, it's probably best that we keep our idols covered up. You know, I keep mine under this brooch, take it out with for emergencies.
I
You
am
do what you-
proud.
Yeah, you do what you want. I'm just giving the suggestion.
Yeah, man, it's not a bad suggestion.
I guess I'll turn the ring over a little bit to where you can't see the emblem, but I clearly still have the ring on.
okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Come on, we'll take it to Canadius.
This dude must have 20/20 vision to see.
Fuck, you're right. And these two boys take you through the very first room that you came into, and they open the third door. When you opened that door, when you first came in, you met the bee people, and you didn't go any further into that room. They open that door. There's some blood stains on the stone.
Oh, what happened here? Oh no!
They take you through. There's a couple doors, but they move right past them. The hallway ends in a T. They take a right, and they walk to the end. And at the end of this hallway, they didn't tell you to turn off your torch or anything. Turn off. But your
On-off switch.
whichever one of you is holding it is walking at the very end. They asked you to, keep it out of their direct eye line.
That'll be me.
And so at the very end of this hallway, there's two doors to the right next to each other. But at the end of the hallway is at the end of the corridor, you see a glittering statue. Appears to be a smaller version of the bearded man wielding a lightning bolt you saw on top of the pyramid. It appears to be made of gold, actually. And it's set into like a heavy stone base. And as they pass it, the two brothers, they look to it, they kiss 2 fingers and hold it. They kiss the 2 fingers and then they tap their shoulders with those two fingers. After they do that, they turn to the door on the left. They open it, usher you two inside. The room has a few candles in there, so you don't need your torch. Do you turn it off? Fuck, I said turn it off again.
Yes, I hit the off switch.
Yes, you hit the off switch. You put it out, and in the room you see Canadius and 4 other brothers. Let me roll something real quick.
Perception to see if you can see your ring still.
Seriously.
I mean, I guess if it's something that they're looking for, they can spot it easily. But
What is with these episodes and ending with like a confrontation with one of the leaders?
no idea.
Oh man. So Canadius is in there. He's got a couple of his men with him. The other 2 men that led you into this room, they come in after you. They close the door behind him, and they sort of stand.
Damn.
God, I'm ruining the drama.
Or are you adding to it? That's thunder in the background, audience.
They stand in front of the door as they close it. Canadius has his arms crossed. He's standing. The rest of the men are sitting on the bunks, sort of. And Canadius says,
So, you had a good talk with Sickiness?
Yes. I don't know if you can call it good, but it was a talk.
Woof.
What'd you talk
Wait.
about?
Leaf, is this your turn to be the dog in this
Woof.
situation?
Woof.
All right.
Interesting.
Pay him no mind. It's okay. Honestly, Canadius, we talked about who they are, but more importantly, we also talked about something called Zorgon. I believe that's what it's called. And the problems that this being has been causing. And if we're being bluntly honest, we are honestly hoping to get out of here as soon as possible. This pyramid, we do have a job to fill outside of this realm. I understand that, but I also understand that this is something that we've been swept up into. So we're looking to do this in the most peaceful manner possible, but also in maybe the most quick manner possible. And honestly, if we're being very blunt, that means all 3 of us need to work together.
what are you thinking about right now, Leaf?
Salami.
Nice.
Okay, more specifically, what are your thoughts on this alliance and about Canadius specifically?
I don't like Canadius. I don't like his people. I think they're brutes. I like the Madaran people a lot more. But I am willing to have a temporary ceasefire because there is a common enemy.
What about you, Gabriel?
I'm more for the peaceful resolution of everything, so I might align with Gorn right now, but that does not mean that I agree with all their aspects. Likewise with the Usmagara people, I'm not super keen on them, but there are parts of it where I can see how it can be appealing.
Okay. So, Canadius seems very reserved right now. His arms are crossed as he listens to your spiel, Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, takes his fingers and he puts it on the temple of his helmet. And he sits there for a second.
It's about the instant transmission.
And he puts it back and he sits down. There's a chair there. He sits and he says, let me roll. Oof. He sits and he says,
We've tried so many times to work with Sickiness. Now, if I'm being honest, me and Pandora, we butt heads a lot, but honestly, we see eye to eye on a lot of things. Sickiness, though, I wouldn't mind if that man was eaten by Zargon himself. I don't know what he told you,
and he points to you, Leaf.
but I can tell that you, Gabriel, you didn't buy it all that much. So why don't you two tell me what he told you, and I'll tell you that it was all a bunch of bullshit.
Well, he didn't shit on you like you're shitting on him.
Do you do that, Gabriel?
I'm going to plead the fifth here because there was a little shit talking, but it's kind of going both ways. Look, the point is, I get it. You've tried. Everyone's tried. Madara people, the Uzumagara people, you Gormsmen, y'all have all tried. But the key factor here is you haven't tried with us.
Make me another charisma with a +1 this time.
Roll. Oh God.
6. Okay. Okay.
Can I? How far away is Gore, the dude from us, Canadius?
He's a few feet. Why?
All right. Well, as discreetly as possible, I'm just gonna get a little bit closer to Gavin.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're standing
to,
right next to each other.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get even closer, and I'm going to pull the piece of paper out of my, like the book with the prophecy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Since I assume that he also speaks Sinidian, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hand it, because clearly I'm not going to be able to get anything. He's not going to like me, but he might translate it for Gabriel, so I'm going to hand it to Gabriel.
Okay.
Like behind my back, so he doesn't see that I'm handing it to him. And hopefully he knows what I mean. Like, I'm not going to say anything, but it's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay. Yeah, so Gabriel, Leaf just passes you a note.
Give me a wisdom check.
No, I mean, so he passes you this piece of parchment, right? But the failure on this, I will say, you don't need to make a wisdom check or anything.
That's good.
Thank God, because you rolled a 3. But Canadius, at you saying that, says,
You're right. You're not wrong. Okay? You two came here.
You're right. You're not wrong.
You two came here not 2 days ago. Started a whole mess of stuff. Now, Gabriel, I like you. Leaf, I'm going to move it from I don't know how to feel about you two. I don't like you.
I'm just going to look at him, make a nasty facial expression, and fart really loud.
You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
Now, I'm going to ask again. What did Sikanos tell you to? I heard you mention Zargon, and yeah, that's a real thing. I didn't get that far in my history lesson. I had other things to do, which honestly, you might be interested in.
What are these other things that we need to do, that you want to do?
Belvedere? He turns around, he says that. One of the other brothers, he gets off the bunk, he walks over to a chest, he kicks it open, pulls out a shield. You two are standing sort of in front of a table. He takes the shield, he chucks it onto the table from across the room. The vibe in here is very negative. Mm-hmm. From this dude's actions, a lot of the brothers are not happy with you guys. He takes this shield. It's small. It's a relatively small shield. He chucks it. It lands on the table with a fucking boom, boom. And you look down. It's made of a very fine craftsmanship. It's incredibly well made. And in the center of this small shield, which you realize now is dwarven made for a dwarven-sized fighter, there's the emblem of Silver Rock.
We found this on the lower tiers of the pyramid, where somebody said they saw that dwarf. This where this attack happened.
What attack?
Attack you talked about. You were coming from a dwarven place to talk to, and you were on your way to other dwarven people to let them know that some attack had happened.
Yeah, well, we're going to Silver Rock, and that's the place that's on the shield. Where's the dwarf?
Don't know. Just found this shield down there. Along with a couple of bloody rags and stuff. So
then what's this got to do with us?
Well, you talked about coming from this, bloody place where a bunch of people died, right? Well,
Yep.
He taps the shield.
Looks like you got a survivor.
And we will end the episode.
That's a good end.
That is a good ending.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't even get to ask about the prophecy, though. Make sure not to forget next week.
I won't. You're going to have to remind me, though.
Next week on Cwisby's Castle, we ask about the prophecy.
I'm going to put that on as prophecy question mark.
Yep.
Dude, this was a good episode for charisma and shit.
I know, right?
Finally get to pull out my namesake. Here we go.
So, thank you for listening, everybody. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Dunder Shows, where you will find our random ramblings, our episodes, and every other, rant. You know Twitter. It's shitty. Ours, just as shitty. Also, be sure to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DungeonDerailed. And look at our YouTube channel as well, where you will find, you might be listening to this episode on there because it has all of Cwisby's Castle, and I'm also updating it with old episodes of Dungeon Derailed. Yeah. Anything else to plug, guys?
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans, which does not exist.
Yet.
Yet, exactly.
It's a little project I've been working on.
So
Spicy.
dumb. Well, thanks for listening, guys, and we will see you next time. I'm very tipsy.
Cue the outro music.